Fire breaks out in Shaanxi residential building. Walls exploded. Shanghai institution absconds with funds. Protesting parents are suppressed. Government fires shells. Elderly woman in rural area injured. Another Shady hospital accused of forcing patients into spending thousands. Suspected Mafia. Barbecue shop threatens customers to pay up. Recently, a high-rise residential building in Absconds City, Shaanxi province, caught fire, with reports of someone falling from the building. The local government has refused to respond, stating that they are controlling public opinion and will not disclose any information to the outside world. On the evening of August 5th, the Absconds High-Tech Industrial Development Zone Management Committee issued a notice stating that a fire broke out in the Jioshan community of the high-tech zone at 8 p.m. The fire was extinguished by around 9:30 p.m. However, the notice did not mention whether any residents were injured. Videos circulating online show flames and thick smoke billowing from the apartment windows, with someone seemingly falling from the burning apartment. Official media, BJ News, reported that staff at the property management office said the fire was loud and could be heard from far away, with windows in neighboring buildings shattered by the explosion. The fallen resident was taken away by ambulance, and other residents revealed that the walls of the burning home had exploded and the door was deformed. The next morning, residents of the community reported that they heard what sounded like an explosion while watching TV at home on the evening of the 5th. They went downstairs to find that a crowd had gathered and saw smoke coming from the nearby building. Emergency responders were on the scene, taking people away by ambulance. Regarding the injuries and the suspected explosion, on the morning of August 6th, the Regional Emergency Management Bureau stated, "There is no information to disclose at the moment. To control public opinion, no information will be shared with the public. The incident is still under investigation." Subsequently, reporters from Dawan News contacted the Absconds City Emergency Management Bureau. Staff there confirmed that they had received an accident report and that the casualty situation was still being assessed. Many netizens criticized the management committee for refusing to disclose information under the guise of public opinion control. One netizen commented, "The government's actions are truly laughable. Not only did the fire destroy the building, but it also exposed the government's fear of the truth. Instead of focusing on rescue and cleanup efforts, they're putting their energy into blocking information and controlling public opinion. How far can a regime that prioritizes information control over people's lives go?" Facing such reality, we can only sarcastically call this a highly efficient crisis management. Public opinion control is just a dirty tactic to hide the truth. Without transparency, all facts can be fabricated at their whim. Living in such a country feels like being surrounded by lies, and it is mentally exhausting. Perhaps because of this, many Chinese citizens have been emigrating in recent years, seeking better lives and prospects. Statistics show that nearly 25,000 wealthy individuals have left China in the past 2 years. The latest 2024 Global Wealth Migration Report by British consultancy Henley & Partners predicts that another 15,200 wealthy Chinese will leave in 2024. In addition to the large number of wealthy emigrants, the middle class is also accelerating their departure from China. The convener of a Taiwanese financial forum, Zhao Xiaohui, stated that most of China's middle class is involved in technology and internet-related industries, which typically don't hire employees who are over the age of 35. Working long hours has become the norm in this industry, and older employees are seen as unable to keep up with high-intensity work, making them targets for layoffs. This forces them to vote with their feet and leave China. Shanghai institution absconds with funds. Protesting parents are suppressed. Recently, it was reported that the Zhongqi Xinhui training center in Jiading, Shanghai, absconded with funds, causing outrage among parents. Starting on August 2nd, many parents launched a protest demanding a thorough investigation and the return of their tuition fees. However, just 2 days later, on August 4th, the police violently suppressed the parents' protest, forcibly detaining several individuals. Videos show a large group of parents gathered in the sweltering heat, shouting "refund." The scene was heavily guarded by police, with officers forcibly detaining protesting parents. One parent questioned, "Why are you arresting citizens?" Another man in black was pursued and detained by several officers, asking, "Where's the service to the people?" Seeing the police continuously detaining people, the parents grew increasingly agitated, shouting, "Release them! Release them!" According to insiders, the police were rough during the arrests, even slamming parents' heads against police cars. The Jiading Public Security Bureau also allegedly threatened the parents over the phone, demanding they delete related videos posted on social platforms. The training center is located in Jiading District, Shanghai. Parents pointed out that the center's fees exceeded the legal limits. Many parents had paid substantial amounts, with some children having tens of thousands of yuan worth of unused lessons. A parent revealed that on July 31st, staff from the training center suddenly announced on social media that the center was closing due to property repairs. However, the real reason was years of unpaid rent and months of unpaid teacher salaries, along with multiple suspicious changes in ownership. Despite the announcement, staff continued to sell courses and sign contracts with parents, leading many to suspect fraud. After some parents reported the issue, the local police dismissed it as a civil matter, shirking regulatory responsibility. Frustrated, the parents began their protest on August 2nd at the center's entrance. After the incident, many netizens criticized the police, questioning whether they truly served the people or were merely certified bandits. Insiders speculated that the runaway business might have bribed officials, explaining why the police targeted protesting parents rather than pursuing the fraudulent institution. Ironically, top government officials, including the premier and vice president, had visited and praised the training center. State media like the People's Daily also lauded the training center. There have been several reports of parents protesting across China. On August 5th, parents in Huizhou, Guangdong, were also suppressed by the police during a protest demanding equal education rights. These non-local parents faced difficulties enrolling their children in Huizhou schools despite owning property and having all necessary documents. In June, parents protested the Zheao High School in Pyongyang. They demanded full refunds of the 20,000 RMB deposit after their children decided not to attend the school. The school insisted on only refunding half, causing a dispute. According to netizens, this was not the first time Zheao High School had done this, with previous parents reluctantly accepting the half refund. This year's parents, feeling the unfairness, decided to protest. Government fires shell, elderly woman injured. Recently, a bizarre incident occurred in Yunnan where an elderly woman was struck and injured by a falling object while in her courtyard. A netizen from Yiliang County, Jiaotong City, Yunnan Province, reported that on the afternoon of August 5th, he and his mother were working in their courtyard when a black object fell from the sky, hitting his mother and breaking her right leg. Although the netizen quickly called for an ambulance, doctors informed him that his mother needed amputation, and she remains in intensive care, still unconscious. The netizen shared that the fallen object was a black cylindrical item. Local village officials identified the object as a weather-related device launched by the Yibin County Meteorological Bureau in Sichuan Province. The device was intended to interfere with weather phenomena, but caused the serious accident instead. Upon discovering the source of the object, the netizen decided to seek an explanation from the Yibin County Meteorological Bureau. Reporters from Benliu News contacted officials from the township government, where the netizen resides. But the local government and police claimed that they had no information on the incident. The Jiaotong City Meteorological Bureau denied any recent weather modification activities in the area, nor did nearby regions have any such operations. Reporters then reached out to the Yibin County Meteorological Bureau, which confirmed receiving reports about the incident but stated that the situation was still under investigation. When asked if weather modification operations were conducted on August 5th, the Bureau directed the reporters to the county government or the county propaganda department, refusing to disclose further details. As the incident gained attention online, meteorological and police departments began investigating under family pressure. The investigation revealed that the metal object was a dud shell from hail suppression operations conducted in Haobao Town, Yibin County, on August 5th. Such events are extremely rare and considered accidents. Officials from the Public Security Bureau, Meteorological Bureau, and the ammunition manufacturer met with the victim's family, promising to handle medical and follow-up matters responsibly. In another unrelated incident, an airplane crashed in a different city. On August 8th, a plane marked Anfang International crashed in a village in Banshu Town, Hainan Province. The casualties are currently unknown. Video footage shows a white plane with shattered cabin glass and the words Anfang International on its body. The videographer mentioned that the plane had been leaking oil for 10 minutes after the crash, covering the ground with fuel. Local police confirmed the crash and warned nearby villagers to stay away. Initial investigations suggest that the small plane might have crashed due to overshooting the runway during takeoff, although the exact cause is still under investigation. Fortunately, the pilot survived. At 10 a.m. on August 8th, a local government official from Banshu town informed Jimu News that the town's duty office had just received a report of the plane crash and dispatched personnel to the scene. The casualties and cause of the crash remain unclear. The plane belonged to Rongtong Security International Group, which specializes in security services, including important equipment and material transportation, special logistics, domestic and international security, security engineering, and safety consulting. This has led to public speculation about the cause of the crash and whether it was related to government or military activities. Recently, a netizen claimed that Hongqiao Hospital in Kunshan, Suzhou, might be pushing doctors to get patients to spend up to 7,000 RMB, approximately $976 for performance targets. Screenshots from a group chat named HQ Doctors Group, published by a netizen, show a person named Chen urging, "Anyone with individual sales below 7,000 this month can get lost." The screenshots reportedly came from the Hongqiao Hospital Doctors Chat Group. In response, staff from the Hongqiao Hospital's office stated that the allegations are impossible, insisting that spending is based on patients' needs. They added that Chen, the person in the chat, is no longer employed at the hospital and was not a doctor, but was previously involved in admin work. This response did not quell public skepticism, as it was not the first time Hongqiao Hospital faced accusations of coercing patients into spending. A netizen shared an experience of feeling unwell and searching for symptoms online using the Quark browser. During the search, a consultation pop-up appeared, suggesting that the symptoms were severe and needed immediate attention at Hongqiao Hospital. The netizen visited the hospital at around 8:30 p.m. and after a series of tests, was told that immediate surgery was needed to remove internal viruses and inflammation treatments. The netizen reported feeling no significant improvement after the initial day, despite the expensive treatment. Even after wounds had healed, the doctors insisted on more treatments and additional payments. The revelation sparked widespread discussion, with many expressing dismay that even doctors have to meet sales targets, highlighting the commercialization of healthcare. Some pointed out that this is known as average hospitalization cost, a term referring to the average cost incurred by all hospitalized patients over a year. Commentators noted that some private hospitals' excessive pursuit of profit has strayed far from the original purpose of healthcare services. The Hongqiao Hospital incident is seen as part of a broader trend among private hospitals. Despite hospitals claiming financial losses, administrative staff often earn more than doctors, and there have been numerous cases of hospital directors embezzling large sums of money. This has led to complaints about the high cost of medical care and a sense of inequity among doctors. Additionally, NetEase News reported that Hongqiao Hospital, which promotes itself as a baby-friendly hospital, offers childbirth packages with around-the-clock care. Prices range from 4,980 RMB, approximately $694 to 28,800 RMB, approximately $4,015. Suspected Mafia barbecue shop threatens customers to pay up. On August 6th, a video of a barbecue shop owner in Xiamen's Guliangyu Island scolding a tourist went viral. According to the tourist, he visited a skewer shop while touring Guliangyu Island and bought some skewers. After the skewers were prepared, he noticed bugs on the meat and felt disgusted. He told the owner he wouldn't pay for them and prepared to leave, but the owner became furious. The video shows the shop owner, dressed in black, cursing at the tourist and repeatedly urging him to pay up. The tourist, equally agitated, cursed back. The shop owner, seemingly hiding a tool behind his back, stepped out of the shop and repeatedly demanded payment. The owner claimed that the bug flew into the meat during cooking and that the tourist's decision to cancel the order was unreasonable. He shouted, "How can you do this? The bug just flew in. What can I do about it? Everything was prepared for you and you just walk away. How can you do that?" Seeing the owner's agitation, the tourist calmed down, agreed to pay, and scanned the shop's QR code for payment. After the situation de-escalated, the tourist explained he only saw the bug after ordering and didn't dare to eat it. The owner then returned to the shop and put away the tool. On August 7th, local media reported that relevant authorities are handling the case and the shop has been temporarily closed. Some media outlets noted that Gulangyu Island's reputation is deteriorating, with fewer tourists visiting even during the peak summer season due to rampant reports of scams. A local netizen shared her experience of being overcharged at a bead shop on Gulangyu Island. The shop displayed beads at 5 RMB each, but after her children picked beads and had them made into bracelets, the owner charged her 500 RMB, claiming additional beads and labor costs. Despite feeling cheated, she paid to avoid upsetting her children. Another netizen who was scammed out that the first and most crucial step in Gulangyu tourist scams happens at the ferry terminal in Xiamen. Taxi drivers waiting by the roadside lure tourists into buying a 168 RMB tour package, then take them to the scenic area. The so-called package includes a ferry ticket and entry to private attractions. In reality, the actual ferry ticket costs only a little over 30 RMB, so tourists are overcharged by more than 100 RMB right from the start. Once at the scenic area, the guides do not take tourists to well-known local attractions or provide any explanations. Instead, they lead them to various shops to spend money. The pearls sold are generally of poor quality, and the guides can earn commissions of up to 50%. The seafood tourist buy is also of poor quality, with dead seafood being passed off as fresh, and the guides take a similar 50% commission. This shows just how much money they are cheating tourists out of. Media criticized Gulangyu's business practices, describing them as elaborate traps designed to deceive tourists at every step, making them feel pressured to pay. Shops often insist on cash transactions to avoid leaving evidence, showcasing the extent of their cunning tactics.